All right, let's do it. Hello, YouTube. How are we doing today? What is going on, everybody? Hello and welcome back for some more Days Gone. So, I figured something that we would want to do very shortly before the release of the remastered version of Days Gone, we would want to put out a short series showing both new players and returning players how to get the best start in the game. Now, this is going to be a legit walkthrough. We're not going to be showing any cheats or any exploits. We're not going to be jumping ahead to late game regions. We're not going to be doing any of that. This is a legit how to get the best start by simply playing the game smartly. I'm going to show you everything that I know to make that happen. Let's say hi to the chat, and we are going to jump right into it. Holy shit, the chat is hopping tonight. Thank you all for being here. I've actually been waiting all week for this. I've been thinking about this all week, knowing what I wanted to do with this run. Ryan, also my brother. What's up, Ryan? Thomas Cole, Rowdy Runner 47, JG, Rodney Summertime Summers, and Violent Jones. Miss Violent Jones, what's going on? Warhorse 500, how are you, man? Llama Rob, Llama Stay. Short Round 007, Short Round, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? Webster, no, I didn't see what you said. Tell us more about it. Irish Molly, good evening. Moving right along. I think we've just about covered everybody that's popped in immediately. Shannon Alcorn. Hey, Shannon, what's up, man? Also, hey, check it out. We have a member highlighted chat from Irish Molly. Been a member for 9 months. No way. 9 months. Like, that's a long time, right? That's 3/4 of a year, 75% of a year. Yay! And 8-Bit Terror has entered the chat. 8-Bit Terror, good evening, ma'am. Voyager 665, what's going on, Voyager? I think we're almost there. Murder of Crows. Welcome in, Murder of Crows. Scott in. Hello and welcome. Thomas Cole, member for 4 months now. For your first remaster run, how about a no guns playthrough? Oh, the guns are the best part. Why would you do that? Shit, unlocking the guns is what this is all about. That's literally what these tips are about. Is we're going to get the SMP9 unlocked as early as possible. And then we're also going to go through, and in future episodes, in the next few episodes, I'll be showing my methods for getting things like hitting level 3 at Tucker's Camp really early. We'll be getting the auto shotgun unlocked really early. So those are just some of the things that you can expect from this playthrough, especially, again, if you are a new player who's looking to either, let's say, once the remastered version has come out and you're looking to tighten up your gameplay or, you know, get off to a really good start on the remaster as a new player, or whether you're an experienced drifter and you're looking to maybe tighten up your gameplay or refresh your memory a bit, this is what this is for. We're going to show you all of that good early game stuff for how we get started. Short Round 007 has been a member for 20 months. Damn it, boy. Is 20 long enough? That's pretty good. See if you can hold out another 4 months and we'll give you a whole 2 years. Yeah, right on. Joshua Mixon is here. Hey, Josh, how are you, man? Welcome in. Finally got plat. Right on. Okay, so for the sake of expediency, we are going to be skipping cutscenes. 1 second. Somebody found out it's about to be bedtime. Anyway, God, what was I saying? For the sake of expediency, we will be skipping cutscenes. So this is not going to be a story-related playthrough. We're not necessarily going to be focusing on the story and things like that. And also, I'd like to keep it as spoiler-free as possible for new players. So we are going to be skipping through dialogue and cutscenes and stuff as well. Now, what I want to do, no, sorry, wrong button. We want to start a new game. My personal favorite is Horde 2. I always play on Horde 2. Survival is fun. If you haven't tried survival, you should. But I kind of like having the option to fast travel, especially when I'm just showing tips. So we are going to do this on Horde 2. Plus, it's my favorite. Did I mention that? Oh, yeah, Thomas Cole, I got you. Yeah, but it's hard to teach new players how to play the game by doing stuff like that. And that's what these are all about. Oh, was that Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be one of the PlayStation games? That's cool. Dragon's Dogma 2 actually got a bit of an upgrade for the PlayStation 5 Pro as well. I'd really like to play that one. I loved Dragon's Dogma 2. What's your favorite level? Hard 2. I like it because it says hard. Oh, wow. Joshua Mixon, you 5 months member now from a gifted membership. So you received a gifted membership. And I'm just curious here. You decided to keep that going on your own? 'Cause that's awesome. I love it when folks get gifted a membership and then decide to keep it for a while. Melissa S. Have I said hello to you? Good evening, Melissa.
No shit, he can't have much.
Oh, yeah, I saw Dragon Age Veilguard was going to be on one of the free games. And honestly, I feel like that's appropriate because that game, from what I understand, it didn't do very well sales-wise. So it kind of makes sense they would put it out as a free game already. I'm not at all surprised by that one. I was not for the reasons you might think, but I was really disappointed with that one. It has nothing to do with media hate or woke what the fuck ever. I don't even know what that stupid shit means. I just didn't like the video game. It was not a... Oh, hello. Hey, don't hit the tree. That's your first pro tip. Don't text and drive into trees. Anyway, what I was trying to say about Veilguard, yeah, it just wasn't a good game. It wasn't a sincere entry to the franchise, I think is the best way to put that. It just was not a sincere entry into the franchise. You compare it to games like Dragon Age Origins, compare it to Dragon Age Inquisition, and there simply is no comparison. Digital Degenerate! The Cowabunga collection of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. That actually sounds cool. Joe Schmo, what's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Yeah, Murder of Crows. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping this would be a really good a place for new players to start if you're looking for tips as a new player of Days Gone. Like you want to get off to the best possible start on a new playthrough. That's what I want this to be, like a tool for new players to help them get started. So I will be honest, I'm going to be trying to focus on the game more than the chat. So I do hope that my regulars don't feel left out by that. We're about to die when Leon shoots us. I bet we're going to die because our health is low enough. Oh, hey, buddy. 1 second, guys. Oh, are you feeling better, baby? Yeah. Okay. May I have a real hug? I'm sorry. Good night. See you in the morning. All right, let's do it. Thank you. That's why I'm so low. It was off. This is the only way I could be centered. So what I was trying to say, because we wrecked the bike into a fucking tree, tactical stop. Because we tactical stopped into a tree, my health is very low. So when we take this first hit from Leon, we're probably going to fucking die. And that is literally the the first time I've ever seen that happen. Let's see if I'm curious now. I kind of want to see it happen. But what I was going to say, I will likely not be involved with the chat much tonight. Reduce me to straight up 0 health. Okay. I'm going to try to keep it focused on gameplay and stuff. But I'm really happy you guys are here.
You okay, brother? Yeah.
And I need to say hello to Carrie. Carrie Renee Edwards. Good evening, ma'am.
Son of a bitch.
That's funny. It's brought me right back to 6 health. That's hilarious. I know. Imagine getting wiped out by Leon. What a fucking noob. How's that for pro tips? I love it. Like, I do try to maintain a good sense of humor about it. It's like we're trying to show pro tips and expert gameplay, and I fucking crash into a tree. Like, yeah, that's pro gaming, all right. So this is your first chance to observe the Horde in the wild. And I think they're really just intended to be like a sound effect here. You kind of hear them screeching in the distance. You get to see them moving and covering ground for the first time. Most people don't actually stop to look down there, though, because you're kind of focused on completing this mission and moving forward. DJ, welcome in, DJ. I'm not going to disrespect you by trying to pronounce your name and mispronouncing it. I'm sorry. Hi, welcome in.
Bleeding out.
Oh, yeah, we're skipping cutscenes.
You did the right thing, bro.
Now, again, I am skipping cutscenes mostly just to avoid spoilers for new players that are coming in looking for tips. I know we often end up discussing the story in the chat and everything, which is fine. But as far as my commentary and the gameplay, we're going to try to keep it absolutely minimal spoilers. So you can like plan out your route and plan out your gameplay without having story and dialogues spoiled for you. All right. Make that first bandage. Definitely need to use that first bandage. Fucking idiot. That's actually a really good pro tip. There, Irish Molly. All right, I'm going to share this in the chat. I'm going to share this comment so that it officially becomes one of the pro tips in this video. Okay, everyone. I learned a very important lesson this week. Never take a shot at a freak when they're standing in front of a propane tank if you're not too far away. If you're not far enough away, yeah, you may want to back up a bit before you take that shot. Because some weapons in the game have a fairly high penetration rating, and they will hit one enemy, pass through them, and hit targets behind that enemy, including propane tanks that you weren't expecting. Raven Black Sparrow plays. You can pick up your own proximity mines that you have set. I don't think you could, like if sometimes the enemies will set bombs and stuff. Not very often, but they do sometimes set bombs. I don't think you can defuse those.
Look around.
Yeah. Okay.
When in doubt, hop about. All right.
So tomorrow, get the drugs, take him to Tucker, collect all Leon.
Yeah, summertime. I can't be all murder and mayhem all the time.
You think shit's any different up north?
Don't matter. I think it'd do us good. Get the hell.
Plus, Kiddo was pretty upset. He had found out it was bedtime. He was not happy about that. DJ, I actually have a tip for that, bud. If any of my mods are able, would you please put a link in the chat to that specific video? It's the
set up like this.
shit, I can't even remember the title now. It's talking about roadside ambushes. It's one of my more recent videos, so it'll be just in the top of my most recent videos. And so if anyone could share a link for DJ for me, that would be a big help. Yep. I've actually made a video discussing that exact tactic. And of course, I'll show in this playthrough. Yes, Webster, it'll be included in the Art of War playlist. But the specific video is something about roadside ambushes, I think. We need to say hi to the Hobbit, 1901. Hobbit, welcome in. Okay, here we go. Now, something I found that helps, and I'm probably going to screw it up this time because I'm trying to explain it. Something that helps here, after you are given control of Deacon, do just one extra roll away. I'll show you here in a second. It's going to teach you to roll away. So we're going to roll. And I'm going to do one more. This one's not scripted. Just one more roll. And that I'd say it didn't work this time because I was trying to explain it too hard. All right, so I'm going to do another roll to get out of there. Every time I transition with a roll. And it usually allows me to get through this bit without taking any damage.
Come on. We're almost there.
Oh, yeah. When in doubt, hop about. That's actually pretty accurate. That is one of my pro tips. Using the terrain and things, vaulting over stuff, jumping up on top of vehicles, jumping up on top of low buildings. Anything you can get on to give yourself some elevation or put something solid between you and the enemy. Definitely. Ah, awesome. Thank you, Miss Violent Jones. Thank you so much. Yep, that's the exact video.
We're almost there.
Shit, how you want to do this?
Now, one thing you could do, Raven, one thing you could do is shoot those mines. You're not able to disarm them and pick them up yourself, but you can shoot them. Or even, you can probably throw a rock at them. I'm kind of curious now. Can you throw a rock at them? That would be cool.
Had him backed up pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of good it did him. I'd rather be buried back with the goddamn pioneers.
Yeah, short round. I'll have to remember to put that one in this video. Take 5 steps and didn't die? Save your game. See, I've hit a point where I've kind of gotten, I get kind of cocky sometimes, you know. I'm like, I know what to expect from the game, generally speaking. And so I kind of get a little cocky and I don't save as often as I should. Sandor's Box, welcome, welcome. We'll stick around, yeah. All right. So pretty much like any other game, just make sure you are exploring in the early game. That's one of the best tips I can give you to start. This game absolutely rewards you for exploration. It will. Wait a minute. Oh, no, we did take a hit. I was going to say, did you see my health was reduced to 6 again? But we had taken a hit. We took a hit from one of those marauders. Anyway, one of the best tips that I can give you. This game absolutely does reward exploration. Get off of the beaten path. Step down those side passages. Look around. You will be rewarded for searching around. There we go. We'll get into ways for getting consistent headshots in a bit.
You're going up there again.
What are you talking about?
Goddamn refugee camp. You only act like this when you're thinking about going up there.
Act like what?
It's not your fault that she's dead.
Drop it.
If you'd gotten on that chopper with Sarah, all that would have changed is you'd be dead too.
Look, just drop it. What the hell? Another bounty.
So, again, these tips are mostly intended for new players. Shoulder swap is really useful because it allows you to get behind cover, but still have your targeting reticle out in the path of the enemies. And I can go either way. I can come over here and have my targeting reticle off this side. Well, I'm actually in cover, but I can still engage enemies that are coming around the corner. Or if I'm over here, I can shoulder swap and be in cover, but still engaging enemies that are stepping around the corner. So you'll see me using that a lot. And again, that's something else that works in a lot of different video games. It's not specific to Days Gone, but you will see me using that a lot in Days Gone. We try to make really good use of it.
Nothing like scrap.
Critical 12 or just X11? Welcome in. And Manoj Patel, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't really do challenge runs. That's not really my thing. Most of my videos are intended to be as like tips and tricks guides for new players.
You're not getting your bike through there.
Try that service tunnel. See if you can clear us a path from the other side.
I got it. Just keep your headlight pointed that way.
Shoulder swapping. Yes, just one button press. While you are aiming down sights, you tap X. If you're on a PlayStation controller, you just tap X. I can't remember how to do it on PC. I just check your key bindings if you're on PC. Welcome to this week's episode of Days Gone Gaming with Sponicus Rex. Gomer Black Magic. What's up, man?
I can always use this.
There we go. Now we've finally recovered from smacking into a tree in the first 5 seconds of the game.
Damn alarm.
Ah.
I didn't plan on
I see a question there from Sunil. Apologies if I've mispronounced your name. In 1 second, and we'll get to that question.
Okay, here we go.
Hell, I should make a video on that, huh? Now, I'm actually leaving that car alarm on. I was hoping to draw some of them this way, but I guess they're too far back. They're not going to come this way. Boy, get in there and open that hood. So, the question is, what should I be using the Nero injectors for at the start of the game? My personal recommendation is always, always, always focus. But that's me, because I have a really gun-heavy play style. I like to use the firearms a lot. So focus is the primary means for dealing damage and preventing me from taking damage. So you don't really need health, in my opinion, with my playstyle. You don't really need to bump up your health much, because ideally, you'd rather just not be getting hit. So if you increase your focus, you can use firearms effectively to keep enemies from hitting you. And then also, if you increase your stamina as the second important stat, your stamina will allow you to stay away from enemies. It'll let you sprint to stay ahead of them. It will let you dodge roll to avoid damage and things of that nature. So yeah, my recommendation is always, always, always start with focus. But that's, again, because I have a gun-heavy playstyle. If you want to be able to move on the battlefield better, stay away from enemies better, then start with stamina. And don't go out like this guy. So this game is full of little moments like that. It's not just about the gameplay. If you look closely here, you can see... Actually, let's see if we can. There it is. He's like a child's toy and a drawing of apparently mommy, daddy, kiddo, and pet. Maybe something else. So this guy's lost someone recently, and I guess the loss was too much for him. Little things like that all throughout the game. Melissa, I know that's not good news for you, but I love your attitude there. The job that I interviewed for last Monday rejected me. Not surprised. Didn't try very hard during the interview. I don't know. It's like sometimes you can go in and just, I'm just not really that bothered about it. Whatever. And get the job. Sometimes you can go in and be, I'm super excited to be here, and not get the job. Just either way, Gomer Black Magic, I see your comment there, and that does prompt me to expand a little bit on what I said earlier. You know, I always start with focus. What I like to do is I'll do 2 focus and then 1 stamina, and then it's just 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. 2 focus to start with, and then 1 stamina, so that focus is always in the lead. And then later, once I get to the Lost Lake region, that's when I start upping my health.
How many Molotovs you got left?
Oh, man. Yeah, you cried at work over one of them, damn. Yeah, balance between all 3 skills. I think that's what I did on my first playthrough. Now, Sunil, that one I have a video for that. I have a video specifically. There's 2 different videos. One is specifically 3 skills you need to get first. And then I also have a 9 skills for killing hordes. 9 skills you need for killing hordes. Take a look at if someone would put the Art of War playlist in there for me, please. Just put a link to the Art of War playlist, and that playlist contains both of those videos. Skills you need, 3 skills you need, and 9 skills you need for killing hordes. Anonymous, welcome in, Anonymous. Oh, definitely playing Days Gone Remaster. Absolutely. Of course. Captain Caffeine. Welcome in, Cap.
That'll do it. Ready? Here they come.
So again, see, we're just using like the cover here. Now, sometimes they'll come up over you, so you got to look out for that shit. But you can use cover to your advantage. Make them come to you. Choose your ground, hold your ground, make them come to you. All right. And I believe there was a beer bottle back here somewhere. We're going to go ahead and pick that up because those are useful for Molotovs. Now that we have the Molotov recipe. There we go. Okay, let's go. Captain on deck. Button up. DM Talon, welcome in. If I have missed saying hi to anybody, I really apologize. I'm trying my best to focus on the gameplay tonight and not get too distracted with conversation. Ultra-violence Days Gone playthrough. I do wish they had an ultra-violence setting. That would be cool.
Place is crawling.
I don't know. I think once the remaster comes out, I might finally do a modded playthrough on PC. If they fixed remote bombs. The thing about remote bombs, they do not function properly on PC. Remote bombs, you can detonate them with a button press, but they will also go off when enemies get near, which makes them essentially fucking useless as a remote bomb.
And I already know it's a bad idea.
You just ride on through.
So yeah, if they fixed remote bombs in the PC version, I'll play a modded playthrough on PC.
Find the garage.
Shit.
All right, you just give me a few minutes to find the part that I need. You ride back, we ride the hell out. After I kill a few.
Oh yeah, we were skipping cutscenes. Sorry. I actually enjoy most of the cutscenes, even when I intend to skip them. I sometimes forget. All right, so here is my strategy for this bit.
Go on. Get out of
When we are going through Crazy Willies here, what we're going to do is get as much loot as we can get conveniently, and we're pretty much going to breeze right through the place. I am not attempting to accomplish any of the main mission objectives here. I don't care about the infestation zone. I don't care about any of that. That's not why we're here. The reason we are here right now is to gather some early game loot and to get further into the story. We need to get to a point where we can unlock the SMP-9, the absolute best sidearm in the game, in my opinion. Certainly the best sidearm available in probably the first 3/4 of the game. So again, we're not going near many of the enemies. We're just grabbing loot that we can accumulate easily. You can get quite a bit here. In fact, this is one of the pro tips for the new players. this location, Crazy Willie's here in Belknap. I mean, let me show you on the map, which means we have to go through all of this stuff now real quick. Hang on. Let me swipe through all this and I'll show you exactly where we're at. Okay. And now can I have my map? Thank you. So this is where we're at. This is Crazy Willie's in the Belknap region. Of course, we haven't revealed much of the map yet, so it doesn't help all that much, but this is where you should be when you start. This is the single best location in the game to get kerosene. There is more kerosene here than any other location that I know of. Every time I try to count the kerosene here, I lose track. There's literally more than you can count. It's at least like 12, 13 cans of kerosene at this location. You'll be using kerosene a lot because one of the objectives in each map region is to burn out these nesting areas. Hello. But yeah, you will be burning out those nesting locations. And at first you'll need things like Molotov cocktails. And check it out. Here's a location right out the back of this building. You can pick up a fully crafted Molotov. That's one of your first big tips for this area. You can get fully crafted items if you are exploring and looking carefully. Hey, we need to say hello to Einstein, my favorite scientist. What is up, Einstein? Yeah, Anonymous, how many Days Gone players have moved to Bend after playing the game? I know one, personally. It's Kevin McAllister. He was really active in the Days Gone community online and actually managed to score himself a job at Bend Studio in Oregon. Just basically by being awesome and being an active member of the community. So there's one. My fiance and I, Claire Weaver, also known as 8-Bit Terror, host of the Days Gone podcast, she and I took a trip to Oregon that was Days Gone inspired. Now, the reason I'm showing this, inside this building here, you'll find the code for a safe that's inside the office. The Frontier Motel safe combination. And so if we pop in here, now we'll show you, do not go through this door on the left. Go through the door on the right by the lamp. That's the one you want. Because that door on the left leads outside and will very likely result in open combat. Now, since we have the safe code, boom, here's your safe. And check this out. I was talking about getting fully crafted items that are ready to use. There's an attractor in here. This is the first opportunity for you to pick up an attractor. And the name is pretty self-explanatory. What that will do is it's a noise maker, and it will bring enemies into that specific location so that you can lure them into traps and choke points and things like that. Now, we're pretty much done with the main part of this area. We're going to go ahead and push forward. And yeah, that's not what I wanted. Get out of here. That's what I wanted. Let's see what we get in here. Miss Southern Lady 76, welcome. Wait, you can deduct continuing education courses from your taxes? Can you really? I want to continue my education. See, check it out. We're already full on kerosene. Let's see if we can craft a couple of Molotovs. Yeah, right on. See, now we're full up on Molotovs. We've only just got here and we are full on Molotovs. It's great. This place is awesome. Okay, and we just got our first suppressor. Now, suppressors, you can attach and unattach. That becomes important later because there are quite a few times where you actually want to take the suppressor off. Like if you're already in open combat, there is no need to waste that suppressor. If you're killing the last enemy that's nearby, there's no need to waste that suppressor. Figured it was worth a shot.
Come on.
Zombie Hulk Gaming. Welcome, welcome. Now, interesting thing about suppressors that you find in the wild here, you would have to, let's see, you have durability on your suppressors, okay? It's showing that I took that one shot, so the suppressor durability is at 96%. I would have to fire all through that, wear the durability all the way down to 0, where it's completely broken and no longer on your pistol, before you can pick up another one. I get it. I kind of get it. But I kind of get it. But I kind of don't get it either. Oh, that too. Yeah, Josh, that's a great tip. I generally try to remember to take the suppressor off when I get on the bike. I'll be jumping around like that. Yeah, I try to take the suppressor off whenever I get on the bike because you'll simply waste it shooting from the bike. Ooh, you got me, didn't you? We're about to die. So pro tip, don't get eaten by newts in the early game. Yeah. I've seen that zombie Hulk. I never know exactly where to look for it. I know there is a, like, you can, I think, make it pop in different places. It's like if you do search one car but don't search the other car or some shit like that. I have an idea. Let's see how newts like fire. Huh, turns out they don't like it at all. Neat.
Use this.
I did mention there's plenty of kerosene here, right? Fucking newts.
Burn, you goddamn newt. Scram.
Yeah, what Deacon said. All right, how we doing on ammo? Okay.
Yeah. Gotta be a fuel pump in here somewhere.
Yeah, see, we're already full up on scrap. We're once again full on kerosene, and I have not been conserving my kerosene. You just watched me waste 2 Molotovs, basically, just for fun. More scrap here if we need it. And let's move forward with the story.
Boozer, you there?
The only time you've got too much ammo is when you're on fire.
Reapers! Reapers! No!
All right, let's go.
Rippers. Boozer. Boozman? God damn it. Hang on, Boozman. I'm coming. God damn it, Boozer.
Now, the reason I left the nest here, later you'll be able to come back here with better guns. And that's what we're doing in this first episode, is we're pushing through to get the best sidearm unlocked as early as possible.
These tats are dead symbols of a dead man. Dead symbols of the lost.
Get off me! Bitches! Biker man!
You must be brought low, biker man, for you are lost.
Hey! Over here! You sons of bitches, get off of! Ripper assholes, come on!
Pulling back.
You know, this is weird, actually. Claire noticed this in her playthrough the other day, where even if you have don't remember shoulder swap turned on, where it will not remember the shoulder swap side, it keeps remembering the shoulder swap side, which is weird because it throws off your aim every time it does that. You expect it to be off like this shoulder, but if you've swapped recently, it's off that shoulder and it throws off your aim.
Thought we'd never make it.
Yeah. Hey, Captain Caffeine over there on the Twitch chat. Thank you, sir.
Wait out here. Let me make sure it's all clear.
Whoa. Yeah.
There's a bunk calling my name.
All right, let's definitely call this one out in the chat. Rodney Summertime Summers, making summer come early. Gifted 10 Sponicus Rex channel memberships. Let's give a shout out there. Webster. Rodney Summers, Sky Surfer, Malachi Calderon, Not Sure, Little G, H.L. Xanthus, Johnny Spumanji Jr., Aaron, and Forrest Wombat have all been gifted Sponicus Rex channel memberships by Rodney Summertime Summers. Thanks, man. For real, thank you. Yeah, Cap says it's rigged. I actually really do get a kick out of it. I think it's just absolutely hilarious when someone gifts memberships to the channel and gets one of those gifted memberships. I love it. Now, y'all saw me pop in, again, if you're a new player watching this for tips, you saw me pop into the locker there. You do have a crossbow available. I don't give a shit. I don't have any use for that thing. Not yet. I personally prefer to have a scoped rifle in the special weapon slot, and we'll get to that pretty soon. Here, real quick, we'll have a scoped rifle. Even if I pick up the crossbow, I probably wouldn't be using it anyway. James, Guan, brother, I don't know, man. I can't keep up. I see you asking how many members is the channel up to these days. I have no idea. I can't keep up. It fluctuates too fast.
What the hell?
Like, and how's that how's that for a good complaint to have? I don't know, man. I can't keep up with how many members I have. I have too many.
No idea. I'm gonna follow.
Crossbow needs to be pump action. Crossbow needs a sight is what it needs. It needs a sight on it. A red dot, a crosshair, anything other than whatever that is they gave us for a sight with the crossbow. Anything other than that. Yeah, Warhorse, that's a good point. And for me, the crossbow has no use until it unlocks some of those variants. Specifically the incendiary bolt. That is the only thing that I equip the crossbow for. When it comes time to burn nest in the mid game, if you have been clearing ambush camps, you'll have the incendiary bolts unlocked. And incendiary bolts are the second best way to burn out freaker nest. Now, subscribers, we're at about 12,000. Yeah, we're at about 12,000 subscribers.
They're holed up just up the road.
Yeah, Irish Molly, especially on, what is it, The Last of Us 2, I think, where you can even equip things like a range finding sight on it and stuff. It's awesome.
We go in, kill the sons of bitches, and then make ourselves at home.
No, Irish Molly, I was actually really, really disappointed with the residue bolts. I'm not at all impressed with them. You shoot the sniper so that the sniper will go nuts and start taking out his friends. And he hops down from his sniper perch and starts using a melee weapon. You try to use the residue bolt to get a heavy gunner to take out some of his friends, and he takes out maybe one and then dies from the poison. It's not a good use of resources to me. I'd rather put one bullet in the back of their head and be done with it. I really was unimpressed with the crossbow. Aside from burning freaker nest with the incendiary bolts, I have no use for the crossbow. It is not an effective weapon. Now, it can be fun purely as a I'm using this for fun and I'm not concerned about actually dealing damage effectively kind of way. Yeah, not impressed with the crossbow.
Hey.
Yeah, and I see your comment there, Zombie Hulk. Like it's useful in this extremely specific scenario. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But how often do you find yourself in that extremely specific scenario that you're going to equip one weapon just for that? When a sniper bullet to the back of the head works just as well. J-Bill Rad, welcome in, J-Bill.
Something's here. What?
What'd you do there?
Two left? Just those two? All right, let's do it. Which way are you going? Coming this way? All right. Yeah, the incendiary bolts are, I say, pretty much necessary for the crier nest late game. Yeah, what did they use to make those sound effects?
Shit, she's dead. Okay, don't mind if I do.
Who is that?
Men coming! I see you running around. Kill him! Kill him!
Where'd he go?
No, no!
See, he brought freaks in. Ha ha ha. He went loud and he brought freakers in. Hopefully the freakers will take care of him for me. No? All right. Shit.
He's here somewhere.
There we go. Okay, he did bring freakers into him. So that is another really effective early game tactic. Just let them kill each other. Hang back and let it happen.
That's the last of them. Must have followed us here. Sons of bitches.
Okay.
Stay the hell off. Over.
Now I'll move around and pick up a little bit of loot.
Boozer, I found
See, I like to do my killing first and then get the loot once you've cleared the area.
Like we were saying before.
Angus Smart. Welcome in, Angus.
Head north.
Let's get your arm fixed up and then worry about hitting the road. I'm gonna be heading to my bike, deacon out.
Can we craft any more? No, we can't craft any more bandages either. Okay. Welcome, Robbie McCauley. What's going on, Robbie? Okay, so moving right along.
Oh, damn freakers.
I really hope to find a special weapon or primary weapon suppressor in this truck. Sometimes you get lucky and you find one in here, but not very often. What video is that you linked, Cap? Is that the one where Days Gone is talking about, or I'm sorry, where Ben Studio was talking about the sound effects in Days Gone?
Why?
That is a really good series. If that's the one we're talking about, or even if that's not the one we're talking about, you guys should have a look at that. Ben Studio released a series of videos about the making of Days Gone, and they did one specifically on the music and sound effects. Really, really good stuff.
Gotta get to my bike.
So here I'm mostly just trying to move quietly and keep a low profile and avoid line of sight with the enemies as much as possible. They're kind of just moving around everywhere. But if you'll take your time and distract them with a rock here and there, pretty easy to stay away from them, he says, while probably about to get spotted.
Gotta get close.
Oh, general sound effect video from Sony. Okay. Interesting. I do also recommend picking up berries, specifically berries, when you're first getting started, because that's one of the first crafting recipes you'll unlock is using those berries to make stamina cocktails. We'll get to that later.
My bike's gone. Where the hell is my bike?
Okay, again, we're skipping cutscenes to avoid spoilers as much as possible, and also so that we can get through it a little bit quicker. So I want to get through the early game quickly.
My bike.
Fit as many tips into each episode as I possibly can. Now, this is another pro tip right here. Keep an eye out for these forest department trucks. These little green forest department trucks almost always have a machete on or near them.
Deacon out.
Now, my personal favorite melee weapon in the early game is the fire axe rather than the machete, but the machete is absolutely a great alternative to the fire axe. The thing about the machete is it's more of a light, fast weapon for players who like to do a lot of like fast slashing attacks, where the fire axe, my favorite, is a heavy, slow, high damage weapon.
St. John, is that you? Some son of a bitch stole my bike.
I don't know nothing about that. Gotta go talk to
Yeah, the mushrooms aren't super common. I think the mushrooms are more common around Lost Lake Camp, in the Lost Lake area. But if you stop and think about it, the geography in the map is pretty accurate. If you're in Belknap, which in the game is a dry desert region, you find almost no mushrooms there. It's very few mushrooms in that area. Where if you come to Cascades here, which is a wet, moist, wooded area, then you do find more mushrooms here than you do in Belknap.
Twice now they've been up here.
70 plus in the chat. Holy shit, right on.
Saw Leon the other.
Thank you for being here, folks. Really. I love doing this. I can't get enough of it, seriously. Lexi Price, welcome in. Welcome. No, Robbie, you like that fire axe? Heck yeah. Yeah. That's my favorite melee weapon. But not necessarily the best melee weapon, but it is my favorite, especially in the early game. And folks, if you would, please do make sure you've hit like on the video. That really does help us out. It's one of those things, you know, we have viewers all the time who are like apologizing, man, I'm sorry I can't contribute, you know, I'm sorry I can't like buy memberships and stuff. And it's like, well, man, I don't expect that stuff. What I do expect, the only expectation that I have for viewer support, please hit like. Please come hang out and watch the videos with us. Please leave a comment after the videos. Share some of the videos on your social media. those are things that I would say I do kind of have an expectation that you'll be doing those things because it doesn't cost you anything. It's a way that you can support the channel and help this community continue growing. Doesn't cost you a dime. Ryan, also, my brother has been a member for 22 months. Damn near 2 years, man. Just started a new game of Days Gone also. Well, I hope you find some value in these tips, man. I know you're already a badass gamer. Shit, Ryan was one of the people that I learned a lot of shit from about gaming. Like Morrowind and Oblivion. I remember back in the day you teaching me how some of those mechanics work. Some of the more arcane, esoteric mechanics in those kind of games.
Whatever you say, man.
All right, so we have a skill point. And we have our own bike. Now, what we're going to do with that very first skill point, for me, it is always, always, always focused shot. Gotta have it. Troubled Gamer 22. You got plat on this game and now waiting for the remaster? Right on. Well, hopefully we can help you kind of refresh your memory and tighten up your gameplay a little bit. Oh, 8-Bit Terror, also a member for 22 months, successfully got the kiddo to bed. Well, good job. Sounds like that was a bit of a challenge tonight. Okay, so we have our early game bike. Finally got started. And what I'm actually going to do, if it will let me, I'm just going to pop right up here to O'Leary Mountain. Soon as you get your bike, go straight to O'Leary Mountain. We're going to make a hard save there. Then we're going to use that as our base of operations for everything else we're doing in the rest of this episode. Ooh, Robbie, you should totally play Skyrim. Skyrim is big. There's a lot to it, but I would say it's arguably more accessible than like Morrowind or Oblivion. Those are kind of older games that Morrowind hasn't really aged well. Oblivion has aged well. Oblivion is still pretty relevant. But yeah, dude, Skyrim, that is a fantastic entry to the Elder Scrolls games and really accessible. You know, it's one of those games that's pretty intuitive, fairly easy to pick it up. Just play a stealth archer. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess I'll see what I can find.
Oh, that's right. He didn't nap today. You know, actually, he has been so well behaved this evening. I didn't even clock that he hadn't napped. I remember you told me that. But yeah, he was being so good tonight. It wasn't like a fussy hasn't had a nap kind of evening, I guess, until right there at bedtime, huh?
Goddamn right it's personal. They used to be a part of my camp. Seems they didn't like the rules against stealing, raping, murdering.
Well, maybe they're like me, just tired of listening to your paranoid truther bullshit. St. John out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here and we're going to camp and make it first light. This is an early game pro tip, especially for new players who are unfamiliar with the game. One of the best tips I can give you is to always sleep at night, advance the clock to morning, and do your exploring and your reconnaissance during the day. The freaks do come out at night. The hordes are out wandering at night. The hordes will migrate from shelter to food to water. Shelter, food, water. They'll migrate all over the map at night. During the day, you'll see more marauders and stuff during the day, but fewer freakers. The nighttime truly is dangerous in this game. All right. We are ready to get started. I'm going to make a hard save. This is the purpose of coming here for this. All right, so we've got a save game where we're at the bike. We're ready to take off. The very first thing I'm going to do, this is where we really get to the meat of this tutorial. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where to go get fully crafted items that are ready to be used. By the time we're done here, within just the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to have grenades. We're going to have actual military ordnance, proximity mines. We're going to have fragmentation grenades. We're going to have pipe bombs. We're going to have flashbang grenades. All of that shit. We're even going to have some better guns. So now I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. From O'Leary Mountain, head straight east, just straight to the east, and you'll see this broken bridge here. right here north of the broken bridge is a hydroelectric power plant. That is where we're headed. We're going to head straight to that marker at the power plant. Oh, yeah. You know, Ryan, I never got to play any of those. The Arena, Daggerfall, the really old school Elder Scrolls games. I never did get to play those, man. Okay, so we're going to head straight down this hill. Avoiding enemies as possible. That's one of the pro tips for new players trying to get off to the best possible start. Once you have your bike and you're out here gearing up, we're going to avoid combat as much as we possibly can.
Okay, this is
Literally to the point of saving and loading my game if the wrong kind of enemies spawn in and I don't feel like messing with them.
It'll pull all of them down on you.
All right. Now, we're going to a specific location. You can use like these power lines as your marker. Just kind of follow those. And we're going to get down here, right beside these rocks. Stop right here in this little clearing.
No.
Look to your left.
Get yourself killed. You gotta wait till you're...
You see that little blue car off in the distance? Let's take a closer look at it in the binoculars. Right here.
Take care of the
See that little blue car there? If you look closely, you'll be able to see there are marauders over there. Let's see if we can get a better view on it. Yeah, see the explosives sitting there? And you see the guy moving around behind the tree? You just barely see somebody moving there. If you see that little blue car there, you have a marauder ambush waiting for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch a counter ambush. We're going to go ahead and neutralize those guys, spring their trap, and then we're going to move forward and get our loot. So before we do that, let's make a save game. We went 5 steps and we didn't die. We saved our game. Now, the enemies are off to the right over there. If you break off to the left and head toward this little camp down here, this is your first location. This is the first spot where I pick up a fire axe. I grab it while I'm on my way to the first hidden loot location. There's a fire axe right here by this wood pile. If that one breaks, there's a second one right here inside this boxcar. I'll show you on the map where we are. Right here. Right over here. See, we're just kind of exactly midway between O'Leary Mountain and the hydroelectric power plant that we're headed to. Do avoid bear traps here. Also, if you need loot, this is a great spot to pick up scrap and kerosene and Molotov, bottles for Molotovs, things of that nature. I think I'm actually doing pretty good on pretty much everything I can carry right now. So I don't really need any of this stuff. You'll see me disregarding a lot of crafting materials and stuff because we're really just not going to need them that much. We'll be picking up most of our items already crafted, so you don't really need the crafting supplies. Okay. There we are. I actually got off track a bit. But you can see, like, there's a sniper sitting up here. There's a guy behind that little blue car. There's a couple more down the hill there. So we're going to go ahead and use the terrain. We're going to get on the low side of this hill. And we're going to use the terrain to interrupt their line of sight. You stepped in 12 bear traps. Probably more than that, actually. Oh, yeah. Summertime. There's a lot of places. There's actually a place right down the hill from O'Leary Mountain where you can pick up a fire axe. Here we go. Okay, we're going to move in nice and slow so we can try to get this person really quietly without alerting the others here. Can I get the second one? Maybe. But then once you kill them, the car is going to start rolling. And you are now in open combat. No way around it. So, what I was saying earlier about taking the suppressors off, go ahead and remove that suppressor since you're in open combat. You're basically just wasting your suppressor. Now, we're going to talk about getting consistent headshots. This is one of the places where I like to show the new players there is a method for getting consistent, accurate shots. In pretty much any video game that utilizes ranged weapons of any type, The trick is to simply line up the crosshair and let the enemies walk in front of it. You're not going to follow them around with your targeting reticle. You're not going to follow them around with your crosshair. Put your crosshair in their path and just let them walk into it. Now, I'm probably going to fuck it up a couple times since I'm trying to show you how to do it. But that is the technique. You'll see me doing it all the time. I'm going to put the crosshair in front of him and just let him walk into it. Put it in front of him. See, I just fucked it up because I'm talking and playing. Just put it in front of them. Let them walk into it. Yeah, let's get some distance here.
I gotta reload.
Oh my God. So let's miss 3 fucking shots while I'm trying to show you how to get consistent shots. Oh. And I'm not going to blame that on the early game weapons. It's all me. There. Let's actually just focus on getting good shots. See, I just kept the targeting reticle right where it was. Let's actually run that back a little bit. That was pretty good. Let's go. And this is what we're talking about. Here we go. You just put the targeting reticle in front of them. Let him walk into it. Just hold it right in front of him. Let him walk into it. Okay? It's not necessary to move around trying to target them. You're just going to make things more complicated that way. The best way to do it is to line it up. Let them walk into it. Now, another reason that I like to come here and do this counter ambush first, because this person has a sniper rifle. It's a weak, crappy, early game sniper rifle, but it is in fact the earliest opportunity that I know of to pick up an actual scoped rifle. Yeah, pick up the rifle. I forgot the other day we did an episode where we just kind of ran through this for fun. And I actually forgot to go pick it up. Idiot. Literally one of the reasons I come here for this. Yeah, okay, Carrie Renee Edwards. That's a good point there. I do often take off the suppressor. Once I'm engaged in open combat, I'll go ahead and take off the suppressor so that I'm not wasting it. However, that is an excellent point. If, like, let's say it's nighttime and there are freakers wandering around, you may want to keep that suppressor on just so you're not drawing in any unnecessary attention. Okay, now, at this hydroelectric power plant, what you are looking for, the very highest place that you can reach. We're going to climb all the way up to the top, and this is a perfect example of hidden loot locations in the game. One of those places that if you're not looking closely, you may not realize you can get up there. Even if you see the ladder going up, you may not think of that as somewhere you can go. And there is good shit up here. You have actual military ordnance, real explosives like manufactured explosives, a proximity mine, a fragmentation grenade, a flashbang grenade, a med kit if you need it. This is a decent melee weapon. I prefer the fire axe, but the hammer's not bad. You have a pipe bomb and a tractor bomb. And then there is another primary weapon here. I'm not going to use it. It's crap. We'll leave it there. I'll show you where to get a better one here in a minute. Yeah, sometimes Deacon will just vault back and forth when you're trying to get on the ladder. I found the easiest way is to, it doesn't work every time, but the easiest way is just stand in front of it. Just stand there. Don't input any other buttons and tap X and he'll grab it. It's the other button presses. Like if you're pushing forward and you tap X, well, that's vaulting. And he'll pretty much always vault over. Oh, God, yeah, you only got a few hours of sleep. I forgot about that. All right, these tow trucks will pretty much always have, in fact, I can't think of any that don't. They pretty much always have a red gas can on them. and you can use that fuel can to fuel up your bike. Do try to stay on top of that, especially in the early game. Stay in the habit of keeping this thing filled up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab some ammo from one of these cop cars. I generally try to save these for if I need them, because these do not respawn. Yes, they're everywhere. These are quite common, actually, but they do not respawn. Once you have collected it, it will not respawn in your current playthrough. All right, we walked a few steps and we didn't die, so we're going to save it. Now, the next thing we're going for, you have the mission objective to go here and do this bug the hell out and go get some sterile bandages for Boozer's arm. We are going to go ahead and do that next. We're going to go pick that up because we want to unlock this Nero checkpoint, and there is another hidden loot location there. That's where we're going. We're just running around gathering some loot. You got a red tow truck in your town that looks just like the ones from the game. Never has any fuel cans on it, though.
You want to go home, yeah.
Now, you'll see me bypassing some other mission areas. I am intentionally bypassing those. They're not included in this path because my only goal is to go get some badass loot and then go get my SMP9. That is what we're doing here, disregarding everything else as possible. Nylon Girl 92, welcome in, Nylon Girl. What's going on? Sitting weird on the couch and it's just too much effort to get comfortable. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is one of the first missions right here, but we're going to break off and go down this way. Now, be aware. Later in the game, there is a horde down here, but you're perfectly safe in the early hours of the game. There is no reason to avoid this spot. Yes, there will be a horde there later, but right now, early game, you're perfectly safe to come in here and grab this proximity mine and this Molotov if you need it. Also, some crafting materials in here, another med kit, and a baseball bat if you need a melee weapon. Action Jackson. What's up, Action Jackson? Yeah, stamina is key in this game. I personally get focus as my first couple of Nero injectors because for me, I value accurate shot placement over being able to run away. Because I find if I can achieve accurate shot placement, well, I spend less time running away. Cassie D, welcome in, Cassie D. Check it out. Hello and happy Mardi Gras. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, focus shot. You don't need to run as often. Thank you, for real. I really appreciate that. Oh, check it out. Nylon Girl has been a member for 14 months. Much love, y'all. Yeah. Thank you, Nylon Girl. Thank you all for being members. I really do appreciate it. I mean, hell, thank you for being this community. Notice the way I say it. I don't say thank you for being a part of this community. I want to thank you folks for being this community. If you're here and you're part of this, as often as we do this and y'all are here all the damn time, man, you are what makes this community. I'm getting a little teared up, man. Thanks, guys. Oh, we still missed it. I'm going to blame that one on the early game weapons. Here. So check this out. Another reason that I like using things like the fire axe early on And I don't mind spamming it a little bit. Here, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I don't mind spamming it a little bit. Yes, you too. Come here. All right. So you kind of just breeze through these early game assholes here at this spot. It's really not that serious. And you have another fire axe right here in between these buildings. Melee game not too strong? Just grab another axe. Yoink. Nothing to it. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's talk about clearing these Nero checkpoints. You have to put fuel in this generator. But before you turn on the generator, you want to deactivate the speakers because speakers make noise and noise attracts freakers. So before you actually turn it on, take a look at the power lines. And if you will follow the power line to each terminal point, no speaker there, you're safe. Follow the power line, no speaker there, you're safe. Okay, we've reached a terminal point, so we're going back around to the generator. We're going to follow the power line the other direction. Splits off this way, so now we're going this way. And check it out. It leads to one of the speakers that you need to destroy. Now, I personally will usually just shoot them off of there, but especially early game, the most efficient way without wasting resources, you can cut them just like this. Okay. And because, I'll point this out real quick, you see that the power line goes to this corner post and then stops, but that means this building is powered. So you will need to search each corner of the building. No speaker there. It's already disabled. No speakers here. Ah, here's one. So I'm checking each corner. Zombie Hulk Gaming, no, it would not be smarter at all to leave the speakers in early game to farm freaks because you do not have the gear or the ammo or the skills to farm freaks at that point in the game. I would recommend maybe mid-game, or at least once you have the SMP9 unlocked, then it would be smarter to start leaving some speakers on if you want to intentionally bring in more freakers. But early game, no, absolutely. The smartest thing to do is make sure you've disabled all of them so you have fewer surprises. Now, we can follow these power lines here, and you can see it goes to this little guard shack over there. And you can see it terminates at the corner post on the guard shack, and the speaker's already been knocked off of this, so we're safe there. And you follow this power line to its end point, and there's nothing there. It's just a light, no speaker. Okay, so there were only two here. We've already disabled both of them, so we are now safe to fire up the generator.
Come on, you son of a bitch, you better start.
The shack speakers, I know, I forget them all the time too. I did that just recently. I forgot a speaker somewhere. But the trick is, if you really want to be certain that you get all of them, just follow the power lines. Okay, so we've turned that on. Now we're going to go in and activate the Nero MMU. You will always find healing supplies. There will always be med kits, bandages, or the stuff for making bandages. Now, right here is where you get your first Nero injector. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I always put it into focused shot. Or in focus, rather. I put it in focus because that allows me to get more accurate shot placement. And if I'm able to place more of my shots accurately, I don't need to run as much. So that's why I do it that way. Now, for someone who doesn't have a strong ranged weapon game, if you're not confident in your shooting skills in a video game, then definitely do stamina instead so that you can stay ahead of the enemies. No, thank you. I'll have a drink. No, thank you. Not yet. No, I want to stay focused. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you're going to bed already? Oh, you are really tired, aren't you? Okay. I love you, baby. Good night. I'm all talking into the microphone like I'm leaning close to the mic, like I'm talking to her. Claire says, hi, everybody. 8-Bit Terror, host of the Days Gone podcast, has greeted you. Has greeted you. All right. So you notice I'm not really doing a lot of looting here. We don't have many crafting recipes unlocked. So like there's good shit. We can't pick it up yet anyway. I don't need any scrap. I have a suppressor for my sidearm. Really just don't need much right now. Hell, we're even good on sniper rifle ammo, pretty good on pistol ammo. You can check these trunks and stuff. You'll get some rags and stuff like that here and there. But see, I don't even need a bandage right now. And I feel like I'm just wasting my time looking for loot because I pretty much have everything I can carry anyway. Current time, there is a clock on the map, an actual in-game clock. It's currently 2:38 p.m. So before we head out of here, I'm actually going to sleep. But I'm going to bring the bike up here. I'm going to refuel it. And
he's not picking up. Where the hell is he?
Get ready to take off. Oh yeah, we've already moved that fuel can. There we go. Chunked it over here by the generator. So again, do try to stay on top of the fuel level in the bike for sure. Just make a habit of topping it off every time.
That's it.
Got to be focused to use focus. All right, so the bike's topped off. And I am going to come in here and utilize this bed.
I'm just gonna.
There we go. Yeah. Action Jackson. I agree. That's one of the things that it's actually really annoying in the early game because the fuel doesn't last very long, but it is a really interesting survival game mechanic. It makes you stay on top of it. Like you have to be paying attention. You have to be, especially early game. You have to be like planning ahead. Like, okay, I need to get from here to here. I've got to go that far. Do I have enough fuel? Can I get fuel? Do I know where fuel is available on the way? You're constantly thinking and planning ahead. And I think that specifically is what they were hoping for when they, designed the game with the resources being so rare and, the bike running out of fuel so fast. Hey, check it out. Tracy Hoteling has become a channel member. Welcome to channel membership, Tracy. Hi, how are you? And that reminds me, Tracy, aren't you on the list to come to Bear Trap Tavern Con in Colorado Springs, Colorado? If you would, if one of my moderators wouldn't mind, please put a link to, I think we have it. One second. I think we have a command built into Nightbot for that. And see if it works. You are on the list, right on. Yeah, there it is. Bear Trap Tavern. No, all I did was mention Bear Trap Tavern. So here it is. The Bear Trap Tavern Con, formerly Days Gone Con, is happening. April 25th, 26th, and 27th. We are doing an actual, in real life get-together for all members of this community. Now, I say members, I don't mean specifically folks who are paid members on YouTube or whatever. I mean just if you consider yourself a part of this community, you're invited. Come hang out with us in Colorado. We're going to be in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We've booked a really cool little venue. It's a really neat spot. And we're basically just going to use channel money to throw a big fucking party for y'all. That's what we're doing. I mean, it's, we're using some of the proceeds we've made from ad revenue and viewer contribution and things like that and putting it toward paying a little of it back to y'all. We're going to bring our PlayStation 5 Pro that we're gaming on right now. I have already pre-ordered the Days Gone Remastered. So check it out, man. Y'all come hang out with us in Colorado. You'll get to play Days Gone Remastered on Sponicus Rex's PS5 Pro. Yeah? Come on, man. I mean, I'm sure that's not like the biggest selling point or whatever, but come on. Okay. No wolves. Not interested. Thank you. Unsubscribe from wolves. In fact, that reminds me, we should really get somewhere and make a save game. Because one thing that I will do in the early game, if enemies spawn in that I don't want to mess with, I'll actually just reload my game and despawn them. We're not going to be able to save, are we? Never mind. Okay. The wolves are still aware of us. But yeah, what you can do is if you have a recent save game and you stumble across some wolves, just reload your game and it will despawn those wolves. And that's not something I do all the time. That tip is specifically for new players who are just trying to go get the SMP9 unlocked as early as possible. You want to avoid any combat that's not absolutely necessary.
A few shotguns. Watch yourself.
Big difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro? Yes, and no. Yes, in that the few games that I've played so far that have been remastered for PS5 Pro look incredible on the PS5 Pro. Have you seen, were you around for the episode of Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered? Or either of my episodes of The Last of Us 2 Remastered? I've played both of those remastered games. I've streamed both of those remastered games just recently, and they look absolutely fucking amazing on the PS5 Pro. Now, I get it's not the same. I understand people who are all, oh, PC Master Race or whatever are going to tell me I'm full of shit, but generally, the level of graphical clarity that you get on these remastered games on the PS5 Pro, I would generally only expect graphics like that from a top-end gaming PC. It looks that good. Okay, again, no loot for me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fuel up this generator, but we are not going to start it yet for two reasons. One, there's a fuse missing, and I'm going to show you where that's at. And two, well, we still got to destroy the speakers. Now, the fuse is right over here in this trailer. There's like a tracking component that will help you find it. But what I want to point out, this is your pro tip. Let this one sink in. If you pick up a fuse at this Nero location, use it at this Nero location. You can actually pick these up and use them at other locations that require a fuse, but it can bug your game. It can make it where you simply can't unlock all the Nero MMUs because you've got your fuses out of place. But you could also end up in a situation where just you're late in the game and you're about to beat the game, or you've already beat the game and you're trying to figure out what fucking Nero place that fucking fuse goes with. You'll end up having to research every single Nero location just to figure out where that fuse goes. It's not necessary. If you pick one up at this location, use it at this location, because it will actually let you use them in other spots, and it can actually mess things up for you. While we're here, I do want to check real quick. Let's see if there's a suppressor in this. Trucks, larger vehicles are where you can sometimes find suppressors for, suppressors for your bigger guns, your primary guns, and your special weapons. Rex man. It always begins at the fuse panel. Yeah, you'll come and you interact with that fuse panel, and it'll tell you, oh, you need a fuse, and it'll lead you through the tracking components to go find it. But the pro tip is just make sure that you are using the Nero injectors where you... Make sure you are using the fuses where you find them at. Because you can take them to other locations and use them at other locations, and it can potentially mess things up for you. Or at least cause a challenge for you. Because then you got to go back and backtrack and figure it out. Hey, I see someone saying, I don't think you, Squirrel Jr., so that means Squirrel Jr. is here. Squirrel, what's up? And Vincent James SL, hello, welcome. I think I missed somebody too. Wasn't there I thought I saw another name pop up in the chat a second ago. Man, if I've missed saying hello to you, please, please forgive me. I do not mean it. Chat's popping, and I'm really trying to focus on the gameplay so that I can, give the best tips that I'm able. Okay, so we've got all the ones from up here, and I think there's one more at this location back here, which I do generally just pretty much have these memorized for the most part. Considering some GPUs cost the price of a good used car. Yeah, I know that's right. Okay, so pretty sure that's all the speakers. We're about to find out if that's all the speakers. Because now we're going to power up the Ginny.
And we got green lights. Green lights are good.
Okay, we're good. There's always that momentary sense of panic. You know, it's like, oh, fuck, did I get them all? I don't know. All right, and again, we don't need anything from in here. No loot to pick up. So, this goes back to my tip where I was talking about keeping focus in the lead. My first and second injector, I always put them in focus. Now focus will be in the lead. The next one will go into stamina. And then I'll just stagger them. Focus, then stamina. Focus, then stamina. Focus, then stamina. But focus will always be in the lead. Now, check it out. Another reason for coming here, doing it this way, we're already getting trust with one of the other survivor camps. We haven't even stepped foot in that camp and we're already getting trust because we're over here taking care of objectives in this map region. Current time, it's still early. It's only 10:20. We did fuel up the bike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a save game if I can. And we're going to take off to the very next hidden loot location. Now, let's recalibrate. We're on the map right here, just over here at the Marion Forks Tunnel Nero checkpoint. It's the first Nero checkpoint just on the west side of this tunnel here and right on the eastern border of the Belknap region, right up here in the northeast corner. And we're just going to keep heading west on this road. Just take the road west out of the checkpoint and we're headed to another infestation zone here. There are nests here. We're going to disregard those nests. That's not why we're here. We are here for the hidden loot location.
I gotta make it safer to ride through here.
I'm going to park the bike pointed away from the place so that I can hop on the bike and drive off quickly. And I'm going to, if possible, disregard every single enemy here. I'm not interested in the enemies. It's not why we're here. This is why we're here. Proximity bomb, and a tractor bomb. We're also here for this SAF. This is your first fully automatic primary weapon. It is a weak, crappy, early game automatic rifle. But it is your first full auto primary weapon. Let's go. Okay, and I'm going to try to get, of course, they've knocked my bike over, which will slow down your escape and piss you off. But we're just going to get on the bike and we're going to get the hell out of here. Yes, there is more stuff here. I don't care. That's not why we're here. There's a survivor rescue right there. I don't care. That is not why we're here. He's going to die. Unfortunately for him. I don't care. That's not why we're here.
Come back later. Finish
All right.
burning out these nests.
Now, why we are here, right here. Come inside here. Check it out, man. You have another place where you can pick up ammo for your sniper rifle. I leave this rifle here so that every time you come in here to pick up loot, you get ammo for your rifle as well. Another frag grenade and a tractor, med kit, another flashbang. Open these doors from the inside. You can now pass through them freely throughout the rest of the game. Same here. Pop in this other window. Somebody was going to blow up the toilet. You pipe bomb in the toilet. And some more Molotovs. Some more med kits. Random crafting loot or whatever. Open the door. You're good to go. All right. There we go. Now, since we've trashed the axe a little bit, I'm going to run over here to this fire truck and grab a fresh one. This is another reason I love coming to this hidden loot location because I can get all of this gear and a fresh fire axe. Worth it. Now, I'm going to try to make a save right here. Ideally, if things work in our favor, our very first horde will be in the perfect location down here by the lake. Generally speaking, when I do it in this exact manner each time, they always spawn in for me at the perfect spot down here. Please, 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 please. Yes, there they are. We gonna fucking do it. All right, here's your very first horde, man. When you follow this exact method, they always spawn by the lake. I don't know why. They're not supposed to be out during the day. They're not supposed to be out during the day. They generally rove around the map at night. For whatever reason, when we follow it in this manner, they always spawn gathered up nice and neat down there by the lake. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chill in these bushes here. Notice I'm up the hill from them a little bit, so I have the advantage of superior elevation. That will increase the distance that I can throw my attractors and things of that nature. What I'm going to do is just pop it right in the middle of them. Boop, about the middle of the line. They're going to cluster up around that attractor bomb. It's going to make some noise, get them gathered up, and then it's going to pop and kill some of them. Generally speaking, one more frag grenade will do the job. Horde strategy. Hordes are large groups of swarmers that move and act as a single entity. During the day, they hibernate in dark places like caves. They feed at night. Avoid engaging hordes at all cost until you're ready. Well, guess what, man? I'm ready. Let's do it. And if you've been following my guide, you're ready too. Boom. I should get most of them. All right, how many are left? One. Can we pull him with a rock? Boom. Headshot. Shadow Lake Horde. That is our very first horde. Easy peasy. If you get them to spawn by the lake, you are good to go. One attractor bomb, one frag grenade, 1 or 2 bullets. 50 freakers. Cool. So we did our first horde. We walked 5 steps. We didn't die. Save your game. Now, what we're going to do next, the very next thing we need to do is we can't fast travel because of this infestation zone. But if we get back down here to this Marion Forks Tunnel Nero checkpoint, then we should be able to fast travel. So we're going to head back down there right away. This survivor rescue will take. It's on the way, and we're not in the middle of anything else. And it's pretty common for this rescue to spawn right here after you kill that first horde.
Oh, yeah, nice bunch of rapists, thieves, and murderers. What you doing out here?
Shit, someone needs help.
It was on the way. Why not? Yeah, Squirrel. I mean, really, that is one of my pro tips. As Squirrel says, don't try to take out hordes when they spawn in ill-suited locations, or I'll take it a step further. Follow them. Track them. Find the perfect location. You can actually track them in the wild, just like a hunter would track wild game. You can literally follow their footprints to their watering holes, their feeding sites, their shelter sites. You don't have to just take them where you find them. You can follow them to the perfect ambush location. You can lead them to the perfect ambush location. If they're not in a good spot, don't take them. Take your time. Choose your battles. That's the pro tip.
Thank you so much. Oh, man. Tell him it was Deacon St. John.
All right. So that's an easy 500 trust with Copeland's Camp. Now we're going to head on to that Nero checkpoint I was telling you about. You like taking out the Pat Jen's Lake Horde? Not this early. What I do is I actually try to go for the smaller hordes. Because check it out. What you have available, there are actually 4 hordes available in the Belknap region. I can't recall specifically right now which ones they are, but the ones over here in the Belknap region, since this is basically the second region you open up, the hordes here are bigger. I only do that horde because it's only 50, but they're right there in the path. You just hit that hidden loot location. They're on the path headed back where we're going. They're kind of along the way, you know, and you just got plenty of gear, and they happen to spawn in exactly the perfect location. I still don't know why, because if I deviate from my early game path, they don't spawn in the same spot. They'll be somewhere else. They'll be in their cave or something like that. But if you follow the path that I've shown exactly step by step, they will be there every time. As soon as you're done picking up all your loot, that first horde is there ready to be taken out. Current time is 1:35. It's past noon. I am actually going to go ahead and camp. We're going to refuel the bike. We're going to camp till daytime. I don't understand why these guys just aggro on you so hard sometimes. Follow you for such a long distance. Idiot. I love doing that. All right, so this is a bit extreme, but it just kind of illustrates the point that I'm trying to make here. It is worth it to camp until day. Even if it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's about to be dark. You better go camp if you're close to a bed. Oh, Knights of Finland. Welcome in, Knights of Finland. Ezekiel 25:17. That's from Pulp Fiction, isn't it?
I'm just gonna grab some shut eye.
Yeah, Irish Molly, I hate pulling that horde out of that cave. In the very last episode that we did, we just did kind of a standalone. Let's just go get the SMP-9 early. In that one, we deviated from the normal path. They did not spawn by the lake. They spawned at their cave, and I had to show a different method for pulling them out. I think we used like a flashbang to pull them out, just to make some noise at the cave entrance. And that pulled them out for me, and we were able to take them out pretty easily from that point. But it just kind of demonstrates some deviating from the normal path and then having to adapt the strategies.
Here we go.
There you go, Cap. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance down upon them. Something like that, yeah. All right. Let's make a save game. Walked a few steps, didn't die. Now, another reason I recommend going this way, there's lots of crafting materials in here. There's lots of scrap available in here. And you have to come in here and clear these trucks out of the way. Doing this now, early game, basically just opens up another easy bike route for you. Once you get this done, you can drive back and forth through here easily. I'll generally stay on foot and just go ahead and clear the tunnel and then come back and grab the bike. It doesn't really matter what order you do it in, though. Yeah, it sounds way better when everything sounds better when Samuel Jackson says it. Yeah, me too. Murder of Crows. I set the like quick time event thing to large, set the icon to large, and it does help. I'm going to be entirely honest. I suck at those quick time events, like where you have to hit the button as the meter's right in the center of the, yeah. Oh God, I suck at those. Like if I could slow it down with focus shot, that would be better. So yeah, that is a great tip. You can go into the settings and make the icons larger, and it really does help. It helps me for sure. Let's go ahead and save it. Sometimes you get a sniper spawn when you come out of this. In fact, there's probably going to be a sniper here now. A sniper or wolves? Maybe it's just those freaks. I don't see a sniper. Make another save game just in case. Okay, no sniper. We're good. So we're going to head straight down the road here. We're going to go to the Death Train Horde. One of my personal favorites. It's pretty common. I'm an idiot. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I forgot something. Oh, we'll probably go back and do it later. There is a suppressor you can pick up for your primary, right? Fuck, man, we may go ahead and go back and grab that. There is a suppressor you can grab for your primary. It's at, I believe, this house right here. I'm going to show you where it's at on the map if you want to go back and get it yourself. There is a car that's run up on a fence. Go find that car that's run up on the fence, and you can get a free suppressor for your primary rifle. You know what? Let's go do it, man. There's no reason not to go ahead and do that. It's not that far, and it is worth it. It's a free, guaranteed suppressor for the primary. And we're going to need that when we start clearing the ambush camps. Anti. Let's see. Does the PC version get any graphics update if you buy the DLC? No. No, it does not. To my knowledge, no. The reason for that is, well, in fact, that's why they're selling it as DLC for the PC version rather than selling it as a remastered version. So if you look on PC, it is not in the Steam store as remastered. It's in there available as DLC. I would not expect any graphical improvements in the PC version because if you're playing on PC, you are already playing at the highest level of graphical fidelity. You are already capable of like max resolution. You're already capable of like 240 frames per second if you have unlocked frame rate and a good monitor. So you already have the capability of doing those things on PC. I would not expect any graphical improvements. What you can expect for the PC version is the new gameplay modes.
Needed this. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of really good loot here. I showed you the hidden loot location up there. What I failed to show you, and I do apologize, I meant to do this time. There's a guaranteed suppressor up here. See this red car that's run up on the fence? Yeah, there's a suppressor in that. Guaranteed spawn every time. And they do respawn as well. This will be here again later. If you come back and the loot has respawned, you get another one right there. Every time. And I don't think it's possible to pre-order it. I think for PC, I think on release day, April 25th, the DLC becomes available. Because again, you're not actually purchasing a remastered version. It's just being added as DLC with new play modes. I think that's how that's going to work out. Is 8-Bit Terror still in the chat? I'm not sure if she's still with us. She may have already gone to sleep for the evening. I know, check out the 8-Bit Terror channel. If one of my mods could please put a link to Claire's channel in there. 8-Bit Terror is the host of the Days Gone podcast. And if you're not familiar with the podcast, you should definitely check that out. But she also released a video just recently, specifically discussing the remaster and different versions and things like that. So she has a lot more information on it than I do. Okay, so we got our suppressor. Now, here in a few seconds, we'll be right back where we were. I'll show you how I like to do the Death Train Horde early game. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop here. We're going to make a save before we head on. Because again, sometimes when you exit this tunnel, it's pretty common for enemies to spawn. A sniper or wolves or something like that. Hey, Tumbleweed. Welcome in, Tumbleweed. How you doing? Now, notice I'm also disregarding the deer. You can kill deer to get meat, to trade for trust and credits with the local camps. I'm disregarding it right now for two reasons. One is because we're only trying to get the SMP-9. That is our only objective right now. Kill 4 hordes, unlock good sidearm. The second reason that I'm disregarding those deer is because there is a skill called the Butcher that increases the amount of meat that you get from animals. So I pretty much just hold off until I get that skill and the SMP-9, and then you will see me slaughtering deer indiscriminately just for the meat to trade with local camps. All right, so there are literally nearly infinite ways to do this. With the gear that you have from the hidden loot locations and the skills and tactics that you have available to you in the early game, my favorite way for doing this, let's go ahead and put a suppressor on the pistol here. My favorite way for doing this, I like to use flashbangs to just kind of pull them. That's not a flashbang, sir. That's a rock. That's a flashbang. Now, we're going to use the flashbang. It's going to make some noise. There it is. It's going to pull them out of the car in the general direction of that flashbang. But once we've got them moving, then we'll be able to use an attractor to put them exactly where we want them. And where we want them is right beside that big-ass explosive truck. So they should all run straight for that attractor beside that big-ass explosive truck. We want to get as many of them gathered up around it as we possibly can. Once we've got a lot of them around it, like right at the moment where they start to break away from it, that's when we're going to pop it. Right there. Got as many of them as we possibly could. Reload. Now, we're not going to use a lot of ammo here, and I'm not going to use my suppressor anymore either. I just want to kite them around these barrels and stuff. That's what we're doing. Keep your distance as best you can. Kite them past the barrels and other explosives. Oh shit, those guys were a little bit closer than I expected. Okay, stamina's depleted. That's not good. We're going to do a bit of vaulting and putting barriers between us and them. We're going to get some elevation here, get up above them, put things between us and them, and again, kite them around the explosives. Probably only a couple left. Just those two. Can I get them both? Probably not. Somebody cue the Benny Hill music for me. There we go. Got both of them with that box. That's all I really wanted to do. Now that I'm not distracted by killing a horde, Irish Molly. Thank you for awesome Friday nights. Thank you. Thank all of you. Every fucking name in that chat. Thank you. Thank you. Every name that's highlighted with a membership or a super chat contribution, thank you. Thank you for these awesome Friday nights. I can't do it without you. I cannot keep doing these without you. It's that simple. There's no reason to keep doing it without you here, and it's not possible for me to keep doing it without y'all. Thank you. Let's go kill some more hordes, shall we? Before I start crying. So this is part of the objective here. We've got Horde Killer 5%. We're almost there. Boom. I love that effect. I love it when it does that. All right. So now we do have another skill point. What I generally do, once I've got focused shot, I move on from the range tree. That's the only one I'm going to get in the range tree for now. Another one I do recommend getting, again, this is a tutorial for our new players, folks that are just discovering Days Gone, or maybe want to refresh your memory, tighten up your gameplay a bit, stuff like that. The next one that I recommend getting pretty early is Escape Artist under the melee tree. The reason I like getting this one is mostly because of wolves. When a wolf runs up on you and grabs you and it's gnawing at you, and it's like grappling you and got you on the ground, you can use Escape Artist to get an instant resource-free kill on the wolves that are attacking you. So I do recommend getting this one pretty early as well. Putra, welcome in, Putra. How you doing? Got to call it almost 11 your time? Yeah, I hear you, man, over there on the East Coast. Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of a vicious cycle, isn't it, Miss Southern Lady? It's like, I wouldn't be here without y'all, and well, y'all wouldn't be here without me. So, is that a symbiotic relationship or a parasitic relationship? Oh fuck! What am I doing? Okay, we've killed the Horde. Let's go ahead and clear the Nero checkpoint. So to do this one, you got to push the truck down the hill. Oh, Miss Southern Lady asking, how many times have I played this game? I honestly don't know. I've lost count. Like, I'm not being funny. I've actually lost count. I know it is funny to me. Gomer Black Magic, he'll tell you exactly how many he's got. Oh, I've finished playthrough number 68 today. 8-Bit Terror, she's like, yeah, I'm on playthrough number 13 right now. I'm like, I don't fucking know. A lot. Like a lot. I'm certainly over 20 playthroughs. But I think I've been saying that for about 2 years now. I really don't know. But I don't know. I do kind of have to say many of the playthroughs that I've done were like purely for the sake of generating content, playing to record footage for videos and things like that. Here's another pro tip. If you're too lazy to go down there and cut that speaker, just pop the box. It'll get it. But yeah, I've actually lost count. My estimate for completed playthroughs, 25, 30, somewhere in there. But I've also done a lot of playthroughs. Like just the other day, like last week, literally last Friday night, we started a fresh playthrough, went and got the SMP9 and stopped it there. So I've got a lot of partial playthroughs as well. Bear, Jeremy McGee, my brother from another mother. What's up, Bear? How you doing, man? Made it. I love that line. I love to see that in the chat. Man, I think we have all the speakers here. We're about to find out. I showed you the trick for finding the speakers. You don't have to guess. How many hours? That's an easier question to answer. The hours, I've forgotten. Let's see. Days Gone, we're at 1,740 on the PlayStation, which probably does include my PS4 hours, because I think once you switch to a PlayStation 5, it'll show it will show you your total hours including PS4. But I also played for quite a while before I had like Wi-Fi at the house, because I used to live out in the country and then we didn't have home internet back there. So there's a lot of hours I played that I wasn't connected to the internet. It may not have been counting those hours, but we do have a definite 1,740. And on PC, I also have about 900 hours. So if you want to do the math on that, we got 1,700 hours and 900 hours somewhere in there. Oh, I didn't pick up all the bounties from that horde. I see the X's on the map over there. I'll take care of that in a sec. Okay, so now if you look at your skills screen, you can see it shows you at the bottom under endurance, you have health, stamina, and focus. A little bar graph there is the best you get, but you can see we've already put several into focus. So now we're going to go ahead and do stamina.
Another Nero injector.
And like I said, from then on, it'll be focus, stamina, focus, stamina, focus, stamina, until we get into Lost Lake. And once I hit Lost Lake, that's when I'll start upping my health. Hey, Johnny Walker. Welcome in, Johnny Walker. Ooh, yeah, Lexi Price. That is a good point. At any of the Nero MMUs, if you happen to forget one of the speakers, like you turn the generator on and the speakers power up and you're like, oh shit, turn the generator off right away. It'll kill the speakers. You may still have some extra freaks running around because they did hear the noise, but if you kill the generator, it'll also kill the speakers. So yeah, that is actually a really good pro tip. Juan Gonzalez, welcome in. Juan, howdy. So check this out. We've done a couple of hordes. We've picked up a couple of things, and we are already almost level 1 trust with Copeland's camp. That is kind of a side objective of what we're doing here. What we're really trying to do is just get the SMP9, but these things that we're unlocking along the way will help us as we go. Okay, I'm going to head over to the bike and make sure we get all these bounties. Yeah, right here by the truck should be a shitload of them. Yeah, like 38 right there by the truck. Nice. Okay. We will make a save game if possible. Enemies might be aware of us. Nope, we're saving our game. Now we're going to move on to the next horde. The next horde we're going to take out is right up here in the northwest corner of the Cascades. This will be the White King Mine horde. And this one should be totally doable with the gear that we have on us right now. The auto shotty, you know it. God, I love the auto shotgun. That's another reason I love doing it this way, is because you'll just be unlocking some of the best weapons as early as possible as you go. I mean, shit, we'll have the auto shotgun and the IDF pup unlocked pretty much as early as it is possible to get those items. And again, oh, sniper. Damn it, boy.
This is it.
So here's your pro tip for the snipers. Get off the bike.
Get him!
Get off the bike. Get to cover.
Go down!
Yeah, get off the bike, get to cover. That's the best way to deal with the snipers. Ooh, she has got a shot on me. They do put those snipers in the best possible or worst possible spot, don't they? Well, I have got a sniper rifle. Let's go ahead and use that. There you are. I see you, but you can't see me. Ha-ha. Utilize your cover, man. Utilize your cover. All right. Oh, look, and we got some ammo for our sniper rifle. Isn't that convenient? Doink. JD24. What's up, JD? Okay. That worked out fairly well. Okay. So we are here to take out a horde. We're going to make a save game, and then I'm going to set the stage. This will likely not be necessary, but it may just save your ass. Go ahead and drop a proximity mine at the entrance to this little bridge here. Because if necessary, if this gets hairy and things get out of control, we're just going to lead them back to that choke point at the bridge and lead them through that mine. How do you check? Oh, on PC, I do not know. On PC, you'll need to check your key bindings. It'll likely just be under shoulder swap. So I guess if I'm able to help you at all, telling you what to look for, you'll want to look for the key binding for shoulder swap. Yeah. Now, just as a side note, if you're into it, there is a machete, a free machete available in this little shack down here. Oh, I've been brought a worm. Hi, baby. Oh, there's my buddy. He's brought me his favorite toy, but he's not allowing me to pick it up. Oh, he's a good kitten. All right, but yeah, there's a machete right here inside in this shack here. Super convenient if you need one. I'm also going... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a mine here in the entrance to this mine shaft here. Yeah, Rex and my shadow, yeah. My shadow who yells at doors. As point taken, yeah. All right, so we're in here. The way I like to do this, I like to use one of these attractor bombs. And if you look carefully, you can actually see where the tunnel is at. Even if it's completely fucking dark and you can't see in here, which I've got studio lights in my eyes. It's kind of hard to see, but you can tell right there is where it switches to aiming down the tunnel. Drop it right in the middle of them and get the fuck out. Get into bushes. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to pull them this direction. I want to pull them out of the cave toward that other mine that I set. So I'm going to use the flashbang. The flashbang will pull them out. Got quite a few of them. Nice. Okay, now, this is why we set this up back here. Yeah, not very many left. Good. There it is. White King Mine Horde, and we just hit level 1 trust with Copeland's Camp. That unlocks bike upgrades. That unlocks suppressors. That unlocks all kinds of shit that I'll show you here in a minute at Copeland's Camp. We are already level 1 with Copeland's Camp. We're an hour into this stream, an hour into gameplay, and we're already level 1 with Copeland's Camp. I see so often, so many people telling me it's impossible to get trust with Copeland's Camp. It's hard to get money with Copeland's Camp. I have so much trouble leveling with Copeland's Camp. Follow this guide. You won't have that problem anymore. Here in a minute, I'm going to show you how we're going to be level 2 within just a few hours of gameplay at Copeland's Camp.
St. John, this is Copeland. I haven't seen Boozer in a few days.
Ah, baby.
He used to do runs for me is all. I know you ride with him. Tried to radio him. Can't seem to reach him.
Little man wants to play. Okay, so again, we've got 1 into stamina and 2 into focus. I'm going to put another into focus to keep focus in the lead.
Say hello to Copeland.
Nero injector. Just what the doctor ordered.
Copeland out.
1 more to focus. The most realistic camp leader, probably Copeland, actually. And I say that for a couple of reasons. One, in the Days Gone podcast interview with the writer, John Garvin, the guy who wrote the game, in the interview with him on the Days Gone podcast, he mentions his inspiration for the character Copeland. And he says it's like people that he actually knows in real life in Oregon. Yeah. All right. So there's that. There's the next horde, level 1 with Copeland's Camp. What we're going to do now, let me see how we're doing on time and gear. It's currently 3:01 p.m. So it's going to be dark soon. I still have a couple of grenades, a couple of pipe bombs, plenty of Molotovs. I still have 2 proximity mines. We've got an attractor. And that's about it. But that's actually enough to take out the White King Mine. I'm sorry, the next horde, which is Proxy Falls. Okay, so let's see if we can fast travel to Copeland's Camp since we're level 1 there now. Bike has insufficient fuel. Shit, all right. There's fuel back up at this Nero checkpoint that we just left a minute ago. Okay, let's do make a save game. We walked 5 steps and didn't die. Save your game. Also, we just killed a horde and didn't die. Save your game. Oh shit, there's that sniper we were talking about. Get off. Oh, okay. Well, we saved our game just recently, didn't we? Fuck you, Mr. Sniper guy. Screw you, buddy. Okay, let's go. Repair engine. Nah, we're all right. That is why you save your game often. He's there. Well, maybe this time we won't get shot off the fucking bike. Get off the bike, boy. There. Now, utilize your cover. All right. This is a perfect opportunity to show another pro tip. Don't bother trying to sight in on the sniper in the tree for 2 reasons. 1, it's a difficult shot. Secondly, because if you kill them on that platform, and they get stuck up there, you will never get the loot that they drop. You must drop them to the ground if you want that loot. There we go. Of course, we didn't need the loot, but we had the option to go get it. I have a knack for tripwires spawning in the middle of my throat. Yeah, I have a knack for bear trap spawning on my feet. Yeah. All right, let's actually make a save game. Since we were able to defeat that sniper this time without getting the bike destroyed. Ooh, JD24, please do watch one of my most recent videos. I do show a trick for finding those, the roadside ambushes where they have the tripwire for you. There is a technique that you can use to spot those before they get you. If we're able, if one of the mods doesn't mind, please put a link to the clotheslines across the road video, the one we did just earlier this evening. If you would, please pop that in the chat for JD24. Give him a hand there. If you want to just go look at the Art of War playlist, it'll be one of the recent videos in there. But if anybody's able, it'll be right there for you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pop down to Copeland's camp. Auntie, no, not at all. In fact, that's one of the things. Days Gone is a singular experience. There really is no other game out there quite like it. And something that many fans of the game experience. This game will ruin gaming for you. It will ruin other games. Because then this kind of becomes the gold standard that you're comparing other games to. And there's nothing else quite like it. The closest that I have found so far is Mad Max. I think it was 2015 that Mad Max video game came out. Really good game. But it's the only one that gets close. All right, we're level 1 here, so check that out. That means we can now purchase Sidearm suppressor. Could we already buy that? No, I guess you do have to be level 2 before you can get these. You can top off your Sidearm suppressor. You can buy ammo for all 3 weapons, whether you've actually officially unlocked one or not. And I'm not sure what we get from the mechanic at level 1. I think you only get like some really basic shit. Okay, so we can get an engine upgrade, I think a fuel tank upgrade, and tires. And those are the 3 that I normally get. Engine, fuel tank, and tires. I don't think we can afford 1,200. That would be my 1,700 right there. Maybe. I don't think we have enough bounties yet. Let's hold off on that. We're going to come back with some more bounties. We've got one more horde to do. But the main reason we're here right now is we want to camp until morning and then go out after that last horde. Nothing else quite like it. I know it has ruined other games for me. It has become difficult to take other games seriously.
It's like Luther says, I hear a bug call.
No other zombie game compared for sure. I'd like to play World War Z. I haven't played that one yet. It's just an arcade like, yeah. Not dark and serious like Days Gone, yeah. Ooh, Just Cause 3. Yeah, Just Cause breaks my brain, man. I love those games. I tried to play Just Cause 4, and it's one of the few games I've ever played where I was like, I really feel like I'm just not good at this game. Like, I'm just not smart enough to play this game. It's such crazy, brain-breaking, wild, dynamic action. The crazy shit you can do with what you have, the grappling hook that you can do and the little parachute pack. It's fucking crazy. Hitch a ride on a jet if you want to. I've seen some people do some wild shit in videos for that game. All right, let's take a quick look. Just a quick look. We're not actually going to do it here, but turning in bounties at the bounty collector. I have 174, and they're worth 3 each. So, yeah, okay. That wouldn't give me the 800 that I need.
I
didn't think I'd see you around so much.
All right. Let's see. The next horde is due east of Copeland's camp. You just head straight east from Copeland's camp, and you'll see over here, you can kind of see, even if the fog is still there, you can kind of see this one bridge running east and west. And just south of it is another bridge. You just see it's kind of a straight line shadow there running north and south. The horde is actually like right here. But we're going to come up this path from this east-west bridge. That's where you want to start. Because if you come in from down here, you're going to be right there at the opening of the horde cave. You're going to wake them up as soon as you get there. Yeah, JD24. The X is good to know, yeah. Oh, it's the ambush search ones that get you? Ambush search ones. So like when you get caught in a snare trap, because there's a trick for those as well. Don't walk in the footprints. You'll see the dotted line on your mini map. Yeah, don't follow that line. Just walk beside it. I'm going to go ahead and grab some fuel. Fuck it. We're here. We've got some credits. I'm not that concerned. Let's go ahead and refuel.
You don't want to run out of fuel in the ship, that's for sure.
Nope, sure don't.
I'll be here if you need me.
And okay, let's go. Before we leave camp, we're going to make a save game. Let's do it. Yeah, and don't walk into the pile of leaves. I heard wolves spawn. We're going to completely avoid them if possible. Tumbleweed, hey, thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It all adds up, man. Well, I could have taken a slightly different route. Would have got there even faster, probably. You know, we actually heard the other day, someone was talking about that in one of Claire's streams. Some of those ambushes where, like, the marauders capture you and take your gear, we have received reports from people who know what the fuck they're talking about that sometimes some of those ambushes, you do not get your gear back. The crate's just not there. But someone told us just recently that it is there, but it's like literally kind of hidden. It's literally in a spot where it blends in and you just can't see it. All right, now I've got a couple of tips for this horde. When you come in to take this horde, of course, save your game before you get started. But something you'll want to be aware of is sometimes human marauders will spawn here. If those marauders have spawned, they are going to fuck up your attempt at this horde. So you want to make sure there's nobody around. I saw a question mark over there. There very well may be humans nearby to deal with. But when that happens, I will generally just load that save game. You make a save before you head in and load it up if you need to. Okay, I don't see anybody around, so we're going to go ahead and do this. What do I have on me? Just refreshing. We've got 2 grenades, 2 pipe bombs. Perfect. Only 1 attractor and no flashbangs. Interesting. All right, so I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to see if we can get in these bushes here. That's generally the safest way to do this. And I'm going to use this 1 attractor to try and pull them out of their cave. Let's see if we can get all of them out here. If we can get them out here, we can easily take them out with these grenades and these pipe bombs. This is the camp where you save Manny. And yeah, the bridge is very useful. It can be used as a choke point when necessary. For new players, like again, for people that are new to the game and trying to get a good start as easy as possible. Yeah, I didn't pull them out far enough. Shit. We may actually have to take them. No, that's not what we're doing. We're gonna load our fucking game is what we're gonna do and try it a little bit differently. Generally, I like to have like a flashbang to pull them and then an attractor to place them. That's how I normally do that. But we did use all of our flashbangs, so we'll have to do it a little bit differently. So we can use this bridge as a choke point. You can funnel them in right to one of your mines. So this will get them at the opening of the cave for me. And they should ignore us for a second, gather up around that attractor. There you go. Now you can put a grenade right in the middle of them. That should be most of them. We're going to lead them past this mine. And whatever's left, we're just going to mop them up. There we go. Proxy Falls Horde. That's Horde number 4. That's another level up. Some more trust with Copeland's camp. And it's 10% on the Horde Killer storyline. That's why we're here, folks. SMP9. Best sidearm in the game. 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I've been stopping to chat and shit, so you can do it faster than that. All right, for that next skill point. Yeah, and stop right by the bike, right where I wanted to stopped right where we started. So now I've got my one main skill in melee, escape artist. I've got my one main skill in ranged, focus shot. Now for me, it's time to start concentrating on the survival tree. My primary objective now for the next few hours of gameplay is to get to carry that weight. That's the skill we're working toward next. So we're just going to get whatever we need along the way. Stickman 4131, what's up, man? Welcome in. Yeah, Tracy, it is a literal game changer. Unlocking the SMP9 early in the game will literally change how you play the game. It will allow you to be far more aggressive. All right. Now we should have some more credits here. And if we don't have quite enough credits for what we want to do, we can sell some of the bounties.
How's it going, D? What's up, Manny?
All right. Performance. We're going to do the engine. We'll get that level 1 engine upgrade. Get that level 1 tank upgrade. And get the level 1 tires if we can afford them. We cannot. We need 840. So what I'm going to do, I go ahead and I sell these bounties. Everything I've got so far from these first 4 hordes, I just go ahead and sell all of them to Copeland's camp. It can be a struggle to have money at Copeland's camp. So we're going to give ourselves a little boost here.
Damon.
And now we've got everything we need. We'll get the tires. I don't think we have anything else unlocked. Oh, we actually could do the muffler. That's right. That's what Captain Caffeine was telling me in the comments of my most recent video. So that's one of the important upgrades for you early on is to get the muffler for the bike so the bike is quieter. Well, we don't have quite enough credits for that. Well, we could get the frame upgrade. We can go ahead and do that. That increases your durability a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Need anything else?
Can't get nitro yet. And we've already got tires. All right, cool.
All right. Okay.
Oh, wait. We got to make it look like Rex's bike. We do need to go to visual.
Hey, Manny.
Paint is where we want to be. Paint. And I always forget this. You hit L, the triggers give you more options. I always take it over to the black frame. Boop. Oh, yeah.
Man, good choice.
Okay. Next one.
This should last you for a while.
And then the decal.
All right.
Now it looks like my bike. There we go. That's better.
Hey, man.
Okay, and this is another one of the tips for the new players. Once you have unlocked that SMP9 and you've conducted your business at Copeland's camp there, make sure you get your fucking SMP9. Idiot. We now have the SMP9 available in our locker. Whoop, whoop. Now, I'm not going to fill it up.
Not buying today.
There, I'm going to go into supplies and fill it up because that will refill the magazine as well. if you have enough ammo, which I didn't. Enough money, which I didn't.
All right.
Okay, we've got the SMP-9. We've got a few upgrades on the bike. Now I like to head right back up to O'Leary Mountain. Oh, you like that siphon filter green? Okay. Yeah, it makes it easier to find, yeah. All right, so check it out. We've got a decent fully automatic primary weapon. We've got a decent early game sniper rifle, an actual scoped rifle, and we have a game-changing full auto sidearm. Not only is it a good spray and pray option, but it's also highly accurate, even up to medium range. Shit, sometimes even up to long range if you're a good shot with it. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to go up here and go ahead and complete this main story mission. We're going to return the bandages to Boozer. That will improve his health a little bit. And this weapons locker on the floor there, he will start refilling that weapons locker for you. The little crate on the floor. He will sometimes call you on the radio and be like, hey, I wanted to see if I could remember how to make anything, so I crafted just some shit. And you come up here and you check this crate right here, and there'll be ammo and other supplies for you. So that's another reason I like to do this early. I like to go get my SMP-9 and then come up here and give him the bandages before I set back out. Now we are ready to rock and roll. We've got some gear. Shit, I still got a couple of grenades left. Got some pipe bombs if I need them. All of that is available to me. We have the few little early game bike upgrades. We are really, really well set up for the next stage. The next stage is we're going to start clearing the map. And what we'll do, I'll show you briefly here so you have an idea of what to look out for. I'm going to show you the most effective methods, not necessarily the most efficient, but the most effective method for clearing all of this fog off of the map, clearing all of these points of interest off of the map, and hitting level 2 at Copeland's camp early in the game. Our next live stream episode will only be about 2 hours, and we will probably have level 2 at Copeland's camp by the end of that episode. So here within just the first 2 episodes of this playthrough, I'll show you how to get the best gun and be level 2 at Copeland's camp, able to get more gear from there earlier than any other way that you could possibly do it. All right. So that's it for tonight. We have the SMP-9, mission accomplished. It's been a friggin' great night. I've really enjoyed this. I love this early game gameplay loop. This is one of my favorite things, popping in and going through the process of getting powered up. I hope it's been helpful for any of you, even folks that have been around for a while. I hope maybe you've seen some things that you hadn't thought of, or maybe things you forgot. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I am done for tonight. Yes, we have hit our objective, which was unlocking the SMP-9 in about 2 hours. So in 2 hours, you can have it unlocked. Because remember, I was stopping to chat and stuff like that. So that added a little more time. Oh, trying to think of anything else. All right, let's throw out a few announcements before y'all fuck off for the night. We are doing an actual in real life get together for the community in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The information is available on our website. That's beartraptavern.com. You can just go directly to the website. All the information's on there. We are going to bring our PlayStation 5 Pro. We're going to have the remastered version of Days Gone. We're going to have other things set up as well. We have stations set up for board games and little spots set up for like maybe gaming, co-op gaming sessions together. We do have some activities planned. We'll provide one of the meals. We're going to do a pizza party one night, of course. So yeah, it's going to be a great time, man. Please do come see us. Come hang out with us in Colorado, man. We're going to have a great time. Hey, Sin. Hi there, Sin. Didn't see you with us this evening. Welcome. And goodbye. What else do we have? Check out the 8-Bit Terror channel. If you were a fan of Days Gone, you need to be a fan of the Days Gone podcast as well. Check out the 8-Bit Terror channel for her Days Gone podcast. She's been able to interview actors from the game, developers of the game. She's been able to interview the writer of the game and a lot of other folks who are active within the community and know a lot about the game itself. Always a good time talking to those folks anyway. Man, I'm getting tired and I'm starting to ramble. I'm out. Seriously. Thank you. That's it. I'm done, man. I'll catch y'all later.